What if I told you that the mighty Zeus and Odin, rulers of two entirely different pantheons, were not so different after all? That the stories of the Greek and Norse gods Thales, separated by vast lands and centuries, might share a hidden connection. It may sound like something out of a fantasy novel, but mythology has a way of repeating itself, as if the gods themselves were echoes across time. Despite originating from vastly different cultures, the gods of Greece and Scandinavia share striking similarities not just in their characteristics, but in their roles, their rivalries, and even the fates that awaited them. Did these myths emerge from a common source, or did ancient civilizations unknowingly tell the same stories with different names? Let us explore the uncanny parallels between these two mighty pantheons and uncover what may be one of mythology's greatest secrets. Zeus and Odin, the kings of the gods. Both Greek and Norse mythology revolve around a supreme ruler, Zeus for the Greeks, Odin for the Norse. At first glance, they seem completely different. Zeus is a sky god, hurling thunderbolts, while Odin is a wise, one-eyed wanderer obsessed with knowledge. But beneath their differences, their roles are eerily similar. Both rule from the heavens, watching over gods and mortals alike. Zeus governs from Mount Olympus, while Odin sits upon his great throne in Asgard. Both are fathers of gods and men, their children playing crucial roles in shaping the world. And perhaps most interestingly, both possess secrets of the cosmos. Zeus enforces fate, ensuring that prophecies come to pass, while Odin sacrifices himself for hidden knowledge, learning the secrets of Ragnarok, the Norse end of days. And what about their symbolic animals? Zeus's eagle and Odin's ravens both act as messengers, bringing news from across the world. It's as if these rulers were two sides of the same cosmic coin, one ruling with power, the other with wisdom. Thor and Heracles, the champions of Struntha, the thunder-wielding protector of Asgard, and Heracles, the demigod of unmatched strength, seem to be cut from the same legendary cloth. Both are champions of their people, wielding supernatural might to fight monsters and defend their kin. Thor's Mjolnir, the hammer that can crush mountains, finds an unlikely parallel in Heracles' club, a weapon just as destructive in his hands. Their enemies also bear eerie similarities. Thor's eternal battle with the world's serpent mirrors Heracles' fight against the Lernaean Hydra, another serpent-like terror. And then there's the deeper layer: both are protectors against chaos. Thor constantly defends Asgard from giants who threaten its existence, while Heracles battles beasts and challenges fate itself. Even in their deaths, they share a destiny. Thor falls at Ragnarok, poisoned by the world's serpent, while Heracles ascends to godhood after enduring endless trials. In a way, both are warriors of destiny, fulfilling roles beyond their own understanding. Loki and Hermes, a trickster. Twins of every mythology needs a trickster, and both Greek and Norse legends have their own mission. Loki and Hermes seem to be distant cousins in the world of gods, both clever, both cunning, and both unpredictable. Hermes, the Greek messenger god, is known for his wit, speed, and ability to move between realms. Loki, meanwhile, is a shapeshifter, constantly switching sides between the gods and the forces of chaos. Their roles may seem different, but their essence remains the same. They are boundary breakers, crossing the lines between gods and mortals, order and chaos. There's even an interesting overlap in their parentage. Hermes is the son of Zeus, while Loki is technically a blood brother to Odin, placing both of them close to power while always remaining outsiders. However, where Hermes tends to be playful, Loki's mischief takes a darker turn, ultimately leading to the destruction of the gods themselves. The underworld gods. Hades and Helen are the most fascinating connections between these mythologies lies in the gods of the underworld. Hades, the Greek ruler of the dead, and Hel, the Norse queen of the underworld, are remarkably alike not just in their domains, but in their nature. Both rule over realms of shadows and silence, where souls go after death. And unlike the fiery pits of modern depictions, their underworlds are not places of torture, but rather inevitable destinations for all. Hades is neither evil nor cruel, merely a strict and just ruler. Similarly, Hel is not a villain. Though she is often feared, she simply presides over the dead, ensuring the cycle continues. And here's where things get even stranger. Both Hades and Hel are often misunderstood. Hades was not the devil the Greeks feared. Just as Hel was not a monstrous figure to the Norse, they were simply guardians of the afterlife, figures of fate, ensuring that death remained separate from the world of the living. Ragnarok and the Titanomachy, a cycle of destruction of there's one mythological event that unites Greek and Norse stories. It's the concept of a great war that reshapes the cosmos. In Greek mythology, the Titanomachy was the war between the old gods, the Titans, and the new gods, the Olympians. In Norse mythology, Ragnarok is the final battle where the current gods fall, leading to a new world. The parallels are undeniable. Both feature a younger generation overthrowing the old, with Zeus leading the charge against the Titans, just as Odin and Thor face the doom of Ragnarok. Both involve monstrous forces, with the Titans and giants serving as cosmic threats, and most importantly, both tell of a cyclical fate, the idea that gods rise and fall, only for new ones to take their place. Could these myths be two versions of the same story? Were the Greeks and Norse describing an eternal pattern where every pantheon faces its inevitable reckoning? Perhaps they were trying to explain the same truth in their own way, that even gods cannot escape the turning wheel of fate, a shared legacy. So, what does all this mean? Did the Greeks and Norse share a common origin? It's entirely possible. Some historians believe that many Indo-European myths evolved from a single ancient source, passed down and changed over time as civilizations spread. Others argue that human nature itself creates similar myths after all. Every culture needs a king of the gods, a warrior, a trickster, and a ruler of the dead. Whatever the case, the connections between Greek and Norse mythology are too strong to ignore. They remind us that, even in different times and places, humanity tells the same stories of power, fate, heroism, and the struggle between order and chaos. Perhaps, in the echoes of these ancient tales, we find something truly eternal.